Having a Nooner with Barnhart on WWDB.
Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
Hi everybody, it's us, and it's a Nooner. It's a Friday Nooner. Every week we have one. We're so glad you're joining us. I'm Diana Doodah McLean, also known as Lady Doodah. Happy to be here with our host with the most, the one and only Don Lewis Barnhart.
Thank you for that, my dear. You did a wonderful job in opening us up this day.
Thank you.
On a Friday Nooner.
And a Nooner.
We are having a Nooner. You heard and saw the sassy sister. What are you doing? Stop that, John. Please.
Just taking a drink.
It's hot
Well,
out.
I need a drink before this show.
No kidding. John Stiles, our executive producer, is back there messing around with a water bottle, thinking that it's John, stop it. Stop it.
But wait, last
What?
week you said that that was the sound effect that used to be used on TV so that it would indicate a fire burning. A
That's right.
crackling
And
fire.
the fire is burning.
Oh, he's mad. Okay, I'll be quiet now and proceed.
Well, thank you, Don. You are the producer. I got an executive producer. I've got Lady Doodah
Yes.
McLean.
Yes.
And her first name is Diana, if anybody's writing in. And, of course, we have Mr. Silva, Ryan Silva, who's our crack engineer. Yeah.
It doesn't mean he engineers crack. It just means that he's really good at what he does.
Have you seen his pants? He lowers them at half-mast.
That wasn't the crack I was referring to, but never mind.
Okay, well, we've met everybody, haven't we?
We have met everybody.
Okay.
WWDB. Around the World Weather.
Yes, indeed, and we're going to go around the world. First of all, let's go here in our city.
In our fair city.
It's going to be 109 degrees today.
Again. Just
What are you doing, John?
It's hot like fire.
Well, no.
I get it.
Yeah, well, he doesn't. Yeah. All right. So it's going to be 107. I guess it dropped 2 degrees in our conversation.
Makes all the difference
Yeah,
in the world.
sunny to partly cloudy and hot winds. And in Albuquerque, 95 degrees. Charleston, West Virginia, 78 degrees. Houston is 88. Going to be 88 today.
And humid, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Palm Springs, 104. Shreveport, was that Louisiana? Louisiana, 94 degrees. So it's warming up all around the country. But we start with Amsterdam.
Thank you. I was waiting for that.
That you were waiting for another bowl. That's
Yeah.
Well, come
Yeah.
on. I mean, I know you.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. She doesn't smoke it anymore.
Well,
What? Wait a minute. You don't smoke it.
no,
And your
that would
husband.
be illegal.
Well, it would be. And well, let's see. Where's Denver? Denver, don't they smoke it back there like
They
crazy?
do a lot in Colorado related to marijuana. They
Weed.
eat it, they smoke it,
Right.
they do all kinds of great things with it.
Well, Amsterdam is 66. They're in competition, I guess, with Denver. Baghdad, those folks over there, it's 109, so they're kind of up with us. I guess the military people that could be listening, that could be tuning in to Bring It On with Barnhart.
I feel sorry for those folks because they are in full
Yeah.
gear all the time, and that's just got to be miserable in that kind of heat.
And Paris, which a city I happen to love, but not anymore. It's kind of like really violence over there nowadays. It's kind of like, actually, it's going around the whole country.
Yeah, it is.
So we're not happy about any of that kind of stuff.
No.
I'm going to talk a little bit about what we're going to do today. I'm teasing the Mork and Mindy Flashback Friday.
You are such a tease. Oh, wait a minute. No, go ahead.
No. So we're going to be talking about Mork and Mindy, my stay over there. I did 4 years with that guy.
That's right. This guy knew
Well,
the late, great Robin Williams and Jonathan Winters.
And Pam Dauber.
Pam Dauber.
So it's kind of, well, we hope it's going to be interesting. I've got some pictures. that
It
we're gonna
always
show.
is.
And some stories. Got a few stories. And you got your health thing you want to talk
Our new segment, which is To Your Health.
Don't touch the water bottles,
I'm
please.
so
It's just-
sorry.
No, what happens is the moron behind the camera, and he's a delightful moron, by the way, I must say. Have you ever had lunch with him?
No.
He can eat. I mean,
can?
he knows what
Okay.
fork to use,
That's good. He doesn't embarrass you at the dining table.
Not at all.
Okay, well, that's good.
especially when we go to Lolo's.
Oh my God.
Lolo's is one of my favorites, right, guys? We like Lolo's. Yum. Anyway.
Okay.
We have a schedule that's kind of confusing. At least it is to me. Okay. Did we talk about your health teas?
Our new segment.
Yeah.
To your health.
Oh, to mine?
It's to our health, to everybody's
To
health.
everybody's health.
It's
Well,
a
that's cool.
new segment.
All right, so then that's going to be cool. We're going to be talking about that. John Stiles, our executive producer, who is always doing something. But our schedule, John, I'm seriously about this. Now, we joke around and mess around here a bit, but how do people find us, and where do they give us the lowdown? Because I always screw it up.
Okay, the easiest way is to go to your computer,
Okay?
go to Google search, and type in WWDBcorp, that's CORP.com, and that will take you right to our website. And then, if you click the little program button up at the top, it will take you to all of the programming on our station. And it will have your picture with Diana about your show. And they can click on the little button off to the right-hand side, takes right to your page and all of the archives. Or they can go to the bottom of the page, hit listen, play, and they can listen to what's going on the station live, like we're doing right now, this minute.
What we try to do, and what we've started out trying to do, is to make sure this program, not a show, that's pretentious, as is Don Lewis Barnhart is pretentious, but that's another story, and there's a reason for that. But it's our program, and we, well, you know, we wanted to start out with having folks call us.
Yes, we
kind of
did.
a call-in show.
Yes.
Let them talk to you personally, because
Yes.
I can understand why. And anyway, the number to call, and probably starting next week, is that right, John?
Yes, sir.
Okay, it's going to be 1-702 for those calling out of our range. 1-702-685-8380.
That is correct, sir.
Why don't you write that down, folks? And if you want to call in and give us a hard time and or compliments, we don't care either way.
That's right, because we don't have to answer.
No, we don't. Nor do
That's
we have to
true.
broadcast. 1-702-685-8380. So write that down and have it.
And if you call, we will answer.
We will?
Of
Yes, we
course.
will.
Yes, we will.
And
You betcha.
it won't be a long segment. It'll be just a short one just to see what happens.
Yeah.
I personally think that nobody's is going to call in.
I don't agree.
I'll bet you.
How much?
$5.
Lunch at Lolo's.
Okay.
I will treat you to lunch at Lolo's if we get no callers.
If I lose. No, if you win.
If
I'm just trying to get a free lunch.
no. Wait a minute. If
Right,
you
right.
lose,
I buy you.
pay.
Well, that's what I thought, but I didn't quite understand.
Yeah, lunch at Lolo's.
Because you blew that. You're disaster at a casino.
I don't like to gamble.
No, I don't
I'm not big with that.
All right, so if I lose, I buy you lunch.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay.
No dollar, just the lunch.
To lunch.
Okay.
I'm a cheap date too. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't eat a lot. I don't drink a lot. It's fine. But the other thing we wanted to tell you guys, not only can you go to Google and search out WWDB Corp, we also are going to be updating our Facebook page, our Bring It On with Barnhart Facebook page, that we will be asking you to like as soon as it's up and running, and we will put links to the show, the broadcast part of the show, the video part of the show, the YouTube links.
Can I give
on
you
that
that?
page.
Can I give you that?
I wish you would.
Well, I was going to do it later, but I thought I may as well do it now because people tuning in. I mean, obviously we're preaching. This is a strange system.
Why?
We're preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Because if they're listening now,
Right.
why would they go to an archive? I mean, maybe past shows they could do
Because
that.
the show is so dang good, they want
I
to
say
listen
show?
to it twice. Oh, the program.
The program.
The program is so good, they want to hear it twice.
Okay, so they're hearing it live, but they want to look at it
They want to see it.
on the archives.
They want to watch
Okay.
it.
And if they want to tune in for comments by emailing us, and here's the new address, and we just had it locked in yesterday.
Okay.
It's facebook.com/Bring It On with Barnhart, and it'll be
That's easy peasy.
and we will
Is
talk
that
about
a / or a /
Oh, honey, let me find out. It's a /.
Excellent.
Thank you.
There is a difference.
There is, isn't there?
Yes, sir, there is.
Well, we wouldn't want-
Okay, smart butt. What's the difference?
Well, the / would take you to a porn site.
Really? Hold on one second.
What?
/. That's what he was getting at, Mr. Smartmouth. Let's go for here.
It's Hot Picks of the Week.
Yep.
On WWDB.
You're up, babe.
I am. Okay, my first hot pick of the week, which happens to be a pet peeve of mine, is inactivity fees on bank accounts.
Ooh.
So you have a chunk of money and it's sitting in an account. It's not really doing much of anything because it doesn't pay any interest. You don't need to take any out because you're not buying anything big, but you don't really need to put anything in because it's not making you any money. So you're just leaving it sit there.
That's what my fourth wife said, but that's another story.
That's another story. So you're leaving the money sit there for a period of time, and then you get something in the mail from the financial institution letting you know that you have a very brief period of time to have some activity on the account, or they're going to start charging you for not transacting them.
I don't understand
Help
it. Why
me
would-
understand what warrants a $5 inactivity fee if they don't have to do anything to your account.
Man.
They don't have to update it. They don't have to have a teller interact with you. Nothing. So that's my pet peeve. I think it's bogus. I think it's crap. So I went to the financial institution who sent me that letter
Oh, you did?
in person.
Oh, you did?
Last week.
Oh, heavens for Betsy. I
And
can hardly
said-
believe what you said.
And said, I have been your customer for 37 years. You've made money off of my money. I haven't been in the position for the last several months to bring my happy butt down here and bother your tellers with a deposit or a withdrawal. Yes, it is happy. Why are you sending me this letter? I'm doing you a favor because I haven't darkened your doorstep or made your people work. So I want these fees reversed.
And did they?
They had to turn it over to a manager to have it done.
Will
Because
they?
the teller, I have to check my next statement.
Oh, okay.
God
Fine.
help them. God help them if they have not refunded that. So that's my number one pet peeve. Number two, everybody wants to be green. Everybody wants to be ecologically smart. But yet we have companies sending out flyers and sales ads to people that don't need to be receiving them. Case in point, nobody in Las Vegas owns a swimming pool, right? I do. Do you? Okay, that's great. But a lot of people don't. Why does somebody who doesn't own a swimming pool have to receive junk mail from a pool supplies company about their sale? All they have to do is link up to county records, see who has an in-ground pool, and send it only to them. It would save postage, it would save paper, it would save a lot of things. Okay. And I have one more thing if I still have time.
Well, I don't know.
I don't have time. Okay,
I mean,
I'll
the
be
clock
quiet
is
now.
going
It's
around
your
100
turn.
miles a mile.
It's your turn.
Huh?
It's your, go ahead.
No. I want to hear what you have to say.
Political
You're the star.
junk mail. I got a political junk mail. Okay, primaries here.
I got one on that. So
Political junk mail coming up, and it's not really telling you anything good about the candidate, what they stand for, what they're going to do for you as their constituent.
it's all lies anyway.
It's all what's wrong with the other person they're running against.
Okay.
And if I get that,
Okay.
in the trash can.
Well,
Done.
it's postage and all that kind of stuff that just
Again,
wasted.
waste.
I got a bigger problem than that.
And what would that be?
Well, you drive down any street here in Las Vegas, and I would assume any other city in the country, and you would see all these billboards, and all these billboards, and you're driving by them, and they smiling with these phony smiles, and I'm not a graffiti guy. I mean, I don't condone people going out and doing that kind of stuff, but it always tickles me when I see some. I can't call her fat, can I?
No, because then people are going to say that you're just like Donald Trump and you're insulting
Well,
women.
then I take that back,
There,
okay?
okay.
I take it back and I apologize to any fat people. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Bum.
What? Oh, I'm just messing around.
No, go ahead.
I'm just fooling with your brain. But the thing is, no, you see them, and then when they put on these mustaches, or they blacken out teeth,
Okay.
I kind of
Laugh.
giggle.
Uh-huh.
And then what they do is they keep these things up way past the elections, and then nobody picks them up, and we're kind of besieged with all this kind of crap that's going all over our city.
Well, they have them mostly in the vacant lots, And there's a law about how many feet apart they need to be.
Well,
So they're all stacked up like soldiers standing in formation.
Yep.
Tagged or not tagged.
Anyway, I have another issue.
Okay.
Early voting. I do not like it.
I don't either.
And you know why?
Why is that?
Because you could be going down the path of our life and reading things about certain people and absorbing their good habits or bad habits, whatever, the lies that are just spewing forth from all these, I don't want to say the F word, but, you know, and it wasn't the F word you're thinking about. Perhaps it's the, well, I don't want to say it.
Okay.
I'll be in trouble.
Okay.
Anyway, something could happen to any one of those people, or any one of the, what do you call it? What do you call those things when a message thing when you got to vote on something about, like say, legalizing marijuana or those kind of things.
Initiative?
Oh,
A ballot
You
initiative.
know, I always thought you were not with us, but you
He's
are.
a smart guy.
Oh, he is.
That's why he's the executive
Yeah, well,
producer.
and he holds it over on me too. So
He does.
there you go. So something could happen, and then that would change your vote, but you've already voted.
Correct.
So I hold off until the last thing.
I do too. I had one of the candidates call me yesterday to say, have you, early voting opens this weekend? And I said, I don't really care to go early.
No, don't
Well,
do it.
why don't you do it? I said, because I need to research you and your positions before I decide whether or not you get my vote.
Okay.
So anyway,
I got a couple things here. An article in the San Diego Union Tribune. It's urging Republican readers to write in late former President Ronald Reagan's name at the polls during Tuesday's California primary. Well, that's already happened. But I don't know if anybody wrote his name in.
I don't know.
Could have been. I don't know. But that's what they were recommending, that you write his name. He died in 2004, by the way. This is Dave Brubeck. Take 5. And.
Take 5. No, they need to take 6.
Really?
6.
Why?
Because if you love our show, and you do because you're either listening or you're watching live or archived, you want to participate and be a sponsor. I know you do. We know you do. So we have a deal for you. We keep telling you every week we got this deal, but it's for a limited time only. For every ad spot you buy, it normally gets you 3 broadcasts. In this particular case, in this particular time frame, it's 6. So you get a 6 fur instead of a 3 fur. One ad purchase gets you 6 times of, well, I don't want to say the word exposure because I'm never supposed to say exposure to a man
In my condition.
in your condition. So anyway, you want to be a sponsor. You want to have a piece of the show. This is fun. We are going to be the new YouTube
Never say
sensation.
piece of the show.
See, there we go. Here we go in the program. Piece of the program. So we want you to contact us at donlewisbarnhart@gmail.com. That's donlewisbarnhart@gmail.com. Tell us you're interested in sponsoring the show, and we'll contact you, and we will let you know what packages we're offering. 6 fur. Don't forget, it's quite a deal. It's such a deal. There you go. See?
You do it every week.
I do.
You,
It's part of my charm.
well, yeah, you fall into the trap.
The
And-
tender tree.
Yeah. You can take this Dave Brubeck out, and you can bring in that next jingle, please.
WWDB Worldwide Digital Broadcasting Corporation.
The Sassy Sista singers are with us on tape.
I love those gals.
I'm going to get them in here sometime, and
We should have them on the show.
yeah, well, well, no, there's no problem. I just have to do it. We are in the early stages of radio and television broadcasting on this particular station, and it is called WWDB Worldwide Digital Broadcasting. That's the title of the company. But there's always problems with starting out, and especially technically things that, you know, the thing comes loose from the socket, or something happens with the camera, somebody bumps into it.
Or the sidekicks bra straps are showing every time.
Are they?
No,
Again?
no, I think I got them.
You got them fixed?
I think so. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
Gotcha.
well, you kind of stopped me down on that one, didn't you? I wasn't going to look.
It's my job, man.
Well,
Ratings just went through the roof.
See?
well, I
See?
hope so. But that's a problem about a new station, because first of all, nobody knows we're on the air. So we
Okay.
probably, if we brought the listeners that we did have
Right.
over from the other defunct station, and we started here, we probably had them maybe one or two people that listened on a regular basis. You sure?
I got people.
Well,
I
know
got
well,
people.
You keep wearing those outfits, you're going to have a whole lot of people.
I got people that listen from Michigan. I got people that listen from Florida. I got people that listen from California. I got people.
Well, you know, I'm impressed.
See? And
I am.
you got people.
I got two.
No. You got a whole list of people.
Well, on my Facebook page, I try to bring things up. We're going to do a little thing on Flashback Fridays, which on Facebook was Throwback Thursdays, and now they're going something on Tuesdays, and Mediocre Mondays. I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody's putting these different things on, from old pictures, and, which is all fine.
It
It's
is.
fine. But I realized something, that I got a lot of credits going on. I directed over 450 shows, and assistant director on tons more. That I have pictures, and I blew them all out on Facebook. Now I can go back and put them on here because John Stiles is going into the editing room and we'll put
And
up
doing
some,
a fantastic
Yeah.
job, I might add.
Well, I mean, he is fair, but that's okay. No, he just gave me the finger, but that's another story.
He did.
Okay, we're going.
No,
wait.
Kill that. Kill. Well, she's dead
We're not
anyway.
ready for Ethel.
What were you saying?
Well, I said kill Ethel,
Merman.
but she's been long gone. You know, a lot of people don't know who she is. She was a big Broadway star, and did a lot of recordings.
Yes.
A lot of albums. This goes back when, John? You would know you're old. What? Sorry. Humming. What?
50s and 60s.
50s and
40s,
60s.
50s, and
Yeah.
60s, yeah.
And she was a big star, and we ripped off the first part of that song in order to get to the entertainment section.
And most people know her from It's a Mad, 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 Mad World.
17
She was the
of
mother-in-law.
those- 17 of those, you said, John?
Little woman with a large voice.
And big breasts, but I mean, she was.
She was awesome.
She was. She was a great person. So we've kind of ripped her off and playing this, and if we have to pay residuals on that music, BMI or something.
I don't know.
Anyway, we're on the To Your Health thing, I think.
Yeah, we are.
Go.
I thought you were first up.
Oh, I guess I am.
Yes, you are.
Well, I started to talk about this. Drug companies are fearing the release of a new sex pill for older men.
Oh, God.
What?
I so feel sorry for the women of this country.
Why don't you just whisper your problem to me and not have to say it on the
Can't stand
doggone
it
microphone?
anymore. Cure for cancer, please. I don't care about somebody's
All right.
tallywhacker. I want a cure for
Well,
cancer.
okay, a tallywhacker?
Go ahead.
I've never heard that before.
Yes, you have.
Yes, I have. I have a well, no, I don't. It's a paid advertisement here in the paper, and this is a guy, some doctor, that, and I'm going to probably rattle a little bit of paper here on you. It's called the Jacked Up Pill. That's what it's called.
Oh, my God.
And you know, well, I have a dog named Jack, and I told you that story.
You did last week?
Well, we don't want to bore people with a second reading.
Okay.
But it's well, they're offering a big discount to people here in our town, in Las Vegas. I don't know what it's.
Because the hookers need the business, so, you know.
And the wives don't want to have anything to do with the husbands if they're
Not if
taking
they're
these-
old.
and they got the jacked up pill.
Yeah.
But they're astounded by the effects apparently, and the
Yeah.
the
easy for
farmer
you to say.
companies, are desperately trying to stop the shipments of the jacked up pill. Now, it's supposed to be terrific. I'd probably, like I was taking that Prevagen, I probably will have to be the,
Oh, no.
well, why not?
Because then you're going to want to give weekly updates on whether or not it's working.
Well, I'd be glad to share. Not with you. I mean, Harvey would kick my butt. Harvey, how long were you married?
We've been together 36 years.
Good. I'll get him a supply.
Thank you very much.
I'll get him a supply.
He
And
doesn't need it.
I don't think he does. I've met him. The guy's a monster. Well, I don't mean in that way. I've never been there.
Oh, this is a family
What?
show.
What?
Stop it.
I haven't done anything yet.
Oh,
Well, see, that's how I made my money in the radio business back in the day. when I was 1960 to 69, 70. I was in the radio business, and my shtick, if you want to call it that, was double entendres. Double entendres and meanings that were underneath. And the management was constantly coming in and going, "What did you just say?"
Imagine
And
that.
I said, "Well, we're on the air live. It's gone. I can't recreate
I
it.
can't take it back. It's out there.
I can never bring it back. It's always whatever's out
Out
there."
there.
Okay. Remember the lady we were speaking of? Remember?
I
I
don't get
remember.
to do my To Your Health piece for 2 weeks in a row.
Well, what is it?
I guess that's a break from you guys hearing about my cancer for 7 months.
There you go. You got a
Okay.
minute to do this, and we'll go to Ethel.
Oh, no. I'll
No. You made a big deal about it.
Okay, health hazards to avoid in the summer. I'll only give you one just for the purposes of, I'll give you the others next week. Do not.
Oh, we can hardly wait.
Do everything you can to avoid a run-in with a bear.
Well, that would make sense.
If you're out on a hike, be careful not to have a run-in with a bear. If you do, make yourself as big as you can.
Well, you did it.
Speak calmly and
I'm
in
sorry, that was another
low
double and you missed it.
tones. Wave your arms slowly
Mm-hmm.
so it seems that you're not praying or praying.
That's what my
Move
third,
away.
That's what my third wife did.
Go
No.
Go slow.
But I got
Don't-
the farmer product. Well,
Don't run
Uh-huh.
and head sideways. Don't turn your back on the bear.
Well,
And never growl or try to sound like one.
did you ever see The Irreverent? Is that how you
No.
pronounce it? I saw it last night.
The Revenant is what it was called.
What did I say, Reverend?
Irreverent.
Well, that's a whole different story,
There's
isn't
a
it?
whole different story.
I mean, I don't think I saw, what's his name, playing the part of the bear.
DiCaprio.
Well, no,
The other guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see him being reverent. He about killed
Okay.
DiCaprio.
All right.
Was
I
he a
mean-
Protestant?
I don't know. I mean, he had hands.
Okay, so stay tuned for next week because there's 12 more tips to go.
Oh, no.
But I won't do all of them.
All right, it's 12:30. Here we go.
There's no business like
Ethel
showing
Merman is singing. A great singer, although she's comedic. Here we go.
Everything about it is appealing.
Appealing.
It's appealing.
Everything that's
All right, so if you are a Vegas resident or you are a visitor to be, Jersey Boys, which is one of the best shows of all time, is wrapping it up on September the 18th this year. So if you haven't seen it and you want to see it in Vegas, do it. If you're not here, get here, do it. So it will be closing at the Paris Las Vegas on September the 18th. It's been on the Strip for 8 years now.
You know, I heard that on television last night. 8 years. I went, where did those 8 years go?
It is the longest running Broadway musical on the Strip.
I understand that, but I'm not asking you the question in the sense of, where did those 8 years go? Because I remember when they started,
I know.
and all of a sudden I'm 8 years older. Well, they don't care,
Well-
but I do.
I care.
Huh?
I care.
Well, we'll see how long we have to go on the air. It could end any moment.
Oh, I don't want to think about that.
Okay, we'll go on with your report.
Anyway,
Ethel's getting nervous.
It's a great show. I've seen it. It's wonderful. It's worth your time. It's worth the money. I highly recommend that you go see this show before they close it out in September. Now, for those of you that follow what happens in Vegas, it doesn't always stay in Vegas, but neither do the hotels stay here either, because after they've outlived their usefulness, we blow them up. So, if you want the best unobstructed view when they implode the Riviera on June the 14th, they are recommending several places that you can be, or you can watch it on TV, but if you want to be there and breathe in all the dust and be there for all the hoopla, you can be at the Riviera Implosion viewing party at the Barrymore, which is right across from the Riviera, the Peppermill Fireside Lounge, which
That's
is
a great-
an oldie but a goodie.
It's a great place to go.
Yes, and it says it hasn't formally announced plans to have a viewing party, but the parking lot's right there. You can look at pretty clear view, grab a table, go. So
see.
there's,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm interrupting you, and I hate it when people like
this is like the Bill O'Reilly show here.
Well, I hate that. I mean, I do
know.
it to you, and you do it to me. We both do it. It's okay. But he brings guests on, and you're trying to get something out of them. But that's another rant.
Okay, so 2 o'clock in the morning on June the 14th, two choices, like I said, that you can go to the Barrymore or you can go to the Peppermill. There's a couple of good places for that. And?
I'm not interrupting, am I?
You're raising your hand?
Well, I just wanted to say that my son, who's a stand-up comic, who goes around the world.
And a stand-up guy.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
And he and his wife are now in, I think, San Antonio doing his show down there. And he used to play at the Riviera. I mean, he would be a stand-up there. So he's been around the block more times than a meter maid. But what are you going to do about that? You just, I haven't seen him in a few months. No, I haven't.
Well, what the heck with that?
Well, I mean, he's off making money, doing what he's doing.
He's doing his thing. The last thing I want to tell you guys about, there's a video actually that's up on this. There's an elephant that charged towards Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was on safari.
How did you pronounce his name?
Schwarzenegger.
I thought it was Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger.
You know,
Don't
go there.
So he wrote about the encounter. I'm absolutely in awe of these beautiful, strong animals, even though some of us had to change our pants after this. So there you go.
Can you imagine this, a woman doing an impersonation of Arnold?
I'll be back.
Very good, very good.
Thank you very much.
I think the pronunciation on his name was a little bit off, but that's it.
Correct me, please.
Schwarzkopf.
Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger?
Nager.
Nigger. I said nigger. You know what? You're going to get me in trouble, and I don't want to be in trouble. That's not nice. Okay.
Excuse me, I'm going to wipe my nose on that one.
Thank you very much.
You got me running
Cut.
there.
Very much indeed. Yeah, cut.
Okay, so are we finished with the entertainment? You got some more?
I am now because I'm not. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
You're so cute.
It's my job.
Huh? Wait a minute, I've got a... Oh, shoot, we're coming up to Flashback Friday.
Yes, we are.
Shall we do that?
Flashback Friday on WWDB. Time now for Flashback Friday, where we go back, way back.
No.
I love that show.
Shazbot.
All right, well, you got the idea. That was the sort of the opening to Mork and Mindy, which I had the pleasure to work on that show for 4 years.
You're a lucky man.
Well, I was. I mean, I'm not saying I'm funny, but if I hadn't learned something about humor from those guys, I should be out of the business.
Yeah.
And when I worked there, I was 4 years, as I said, as an assistant director. Went out and directed Benson. Gary Marshall said, if, I know you want to direct, if you go get yourself a gig, do it. Come back. I did. Showed him the tape. He liked it. And he said, fine, we'll get you into the directing slot.
Nice.
Now, there's a guy by the name of Howard Storm. You don't know him unless you saw his name. Howard Storm was a director, and he directed many half-hour comedies, and he was the main director on Mork and Mindy. And I was his assistant. And he knew I wanted to direct, and later on, after the third season, it kind of opened up, and he went off to do some other stuff. And so that's when the Gary Marshall thing came to be, and they worked me into it. But they were skeptical. They saw the Benson tape, they liked that, but that's not, I'm working now with Robin Williams, and later on John Winters.
Right.
So directing those two was a hoot. Anyway, so Howard stuck up for me. I mean, he really he did what he said he was going to do, and most people in our business don't. Gary Marshall did what he said he was going to do.
Nice.
And Howard Storm went to Gary and the other producers, Bruce Johnson and Dale McCraven, and said, I'll back up Barnhart if you want to give him the gig. So they did. And he never came into the show. He called me, how's it going, that kind of stuff. And I'm sure he called the producers, how's it going? And everybody seemed to think it was going fine.
Right.
But he was one of those kind of guys that would say, I'll back you up.
Right.
And if you get in trouble, you come call me, you come see me, or I'll come to the studio. And because they all knew, I mean, he's been there for 3 previous years, so Robin, they were all, very tight.
Right.
I had a couple of stories that I wanted to pass on. There's some pictures that you're going to be seeing. I don't have a picture of this, thank goodness. But one of the shows, the blocking was that he would sit down on a chair, one of the chairs in the living room.
Okay.
And Pam Dauber was going to, and don't let me forget to tell you about Pam Dauber.
Okay.
She was wonderful. She came down the stairs, and Robin is looking at her, his back to the audience, and he's wearing a robe. And she comes down, and he stands up, and he opens it up to her. The audience can't see this.
Okay.
But she screams, "Robin, no!" And she runs back up. Cut, cut film, cut film. Of course, he was stark naked.
Oh, God.
And, and he would just, and he was, had his thing, and he was covering himself. And of course, we had to reset. He had to go get dressed, and we did that. But the audience, what I called a pee your pants audience.
Okay. Laughed until they peed their
They
pants.
laughed until they peed
How
their
could you not? The guy was a comic genius.
Well, and the truth is that the stories were good, and they had stuff that they did, the Robin and John and so forth, and Pam, and but they were kind of funnier when they would go out between scenes and talk to the audience.
Okay.
Because they would improv and ad lib and stuff, and they were a hoot.
Okay.
And so I always kept that pee your pants audience in my back of my mind. So when I was married, if I could make my wife pee her pants in laughter, I was a success.
There you go. Okay, so...
Which led to the divorce, I think,
I
because,
think.
longer.
So they were out there schmoozing, right? Chatting it up. What about Pam? How did she level that off?
Well, Pam, actually, she saved my job.
How?
Well, I'll tell you the first story first, and then I'll tell you the job saving second.
Okay.
Gary Marshall, a bright man that he is, and for people that don't know his name, because he was behind the scenes, he produced Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, Mork and Mindy, Who's Watching the Kids, and maybe one or two others, all at the same time. So he would go from show to show. On Monday, he would see the read-through, or hear the read-through of the show. Tuesday, he would be going down to Happy Days, or one of those, seeing the second day of their production.
Wow.
And Wednesday, he would go to someplace else. And he would make the rounds, followed by all the associate producers, the editors for each show, and he would give out notes. And where was I? Where was I before I got off on this tangent? Come on,
Gary
guys.
Marshall had all these shows going simultaneously
Yeah.
and would go from show to show depending on the day of the week.
Yeah, well, he came. Oh, I got that. I'm back. Thank you, Preverton.
No, thank you, Diana.
Thank you, Diana Preverton.
Okay, go ahead.
So he'd say, put one. We had 4 cameras, the old big 35 millimeter Mitchell. I mean, huge, with a dolly grip and a camera, a focus puller, and the actual operator. And they had those things that they did. They were always screwed up, but the guys were brilliant. And he said, put one camera on Pam, on Mindy. And so they did. We put one camera where we blocked her and him and Robin, and we'd have a shot of her, and she would react. And because Robin always did like the egg thing or whatever. And that would take 5 minutes or so. Funny, but in a 22-minute show, you can't do 5 minutes on an egg.
Right.
You got to tell the story, right?
Right.
So we would put a shot of her, and then in the editing room, they would cut to her, and she would whatever, and back to and cut that whole piece down.
Okay.
Get the funny part out of it, but so she was she was a cutaway. But what she did was, I think it was my first show. Excuse me, my first show, and we had a scene with Jay Thomas and Gina. Name snaps. Sorry.
Gershon?
No, it wasn't Gershon.
Lola Brigida?
No, it wasn't her either.
Good
Say
one.
Sophia Loren, and maybe we have a problem. The story. Anyway, so it was, and they were late getting costume changes, and it was running late in the day, in the evening. Audience was gone because we were now shooting this particular scene, and I was getting a little bit antsy. And when Barnhart gets a little antsy, as you can probably, well, maybe not here, but I was kind of like, yeah, I know. I was kind of like getting a little bit, and Pam was sitting at a table with this other actor, and she leaned over. We're waiting for Robin and folks to come in. She leaned over and she said, "Chill out, Don, cause it'll be fine." And I went, oh, okay, I'll do that.
Nice.
And had I continued on with it could have come out in anger, could have come out in, and you don't want to do that, you know,
No.
not on your first show.
No.
I learned many things, and from her, she was the epitome of calmness. And
That's good.
yeah, she was terrific.
She's classy, huh?
Yeah, oh, we got some pictures, I guess, we're going to show. Mm-hmm.
I can do that.
Thank you, John. Group pictures of all of us. And, all right, well, that's, you got a producer's point of view, don't we?
I do.
Time now for Lady Duda.
From the producer's point of view.
Because I always have one, and an opinion, and
Oh,
all that other
boy.
good stuff. And okay, so my point of view this week has to do with the historic election in the making, with Hillary Clinton clinching the Democratic Party nomination. So all I want to say about that is ignore the hype about how historic her nomination is, folks, and the emotional manipulation that is going to go along with it. I don't give a damn that this particular candidate, I know I said it, the words in the Bible, so we're safe. I don't care, I really do not care that she has lady parts. I really don't. This whole gender thing is just ridiculous.
Neither
and-
does Billy.
Yeah, I know, obviously not, but I don't care about her lady parts, I really don't. So I'm going to be voting with my lady smarts. I am a very intelligent woman, and I'm not buying anything that she's selling. They can't pull one over on me with her, and I'm not going to be fooled by the likes of her. So that's kind of how I'm feeling about Hillary. Just letting you know how I feel about her. And the other thing that I'm concerned about is the mainstream media is already starting the push. They're already with the narrative. They're all aflutter, just like they were with Obama, like they still are with Obama. They're going to prop her up. They're going to cover her butt. They're going to not put things out there that are true but make her look bad. It annoys the heck out of me.
How did you feel about that $12,000 jacket
I
she was
was
wearing?
just going to bring that up because if you want to talk about the ultimate in hypocrisy, she is pandering to an audience and giving a speech that's primarily centered around income inequality. And here is the Queen in her $12,500 Armani tweed jacket talking about income inequality.
Well, they had a picture of her wearing that, and they had a picture of a Kirby vacuum cleaner with the same outfit.
Yeah.
Which was about this big around.
Yeah.
And this big around.
Uh-huh.
So if she lost weight,
Oh.
she could wear that little thing
oh.
and save about $10,000.
Yeah. So, so you got that going on. It just drives me absolutely crazy. You've got President Obama meeting with Bernie Sanders today, probably to give him the final get the heck out
Or the finger.
speech, yeah, or both, okay?
I'm sorry.
He's
I'm sorry.
set to endorse her this weekend, which for anybody who's paying attention means that it's highly unlikely that the FBI investigation, even if it concludes and recommends that she be indicted, the Obama Justice Department is not going to pursue an indictment against her
they
or a
won't.
prosecution. And so all of this is lining up. And people need to wake up. And this isn't just a total Hillary Clinton bash. This is everybody needs to wake up, pay attention to these candidates. Get away from their talking points and look at what they've accomplished with their lives. She has floated around through marriage as the First Lady of Arkansas, then the First Lady of the United States, and then the Consolation Prize of Secretary of State, where she accomplished nothing and Americans died on her watch. She lied to the family members when the caskets were coming off the planes that it was the video that caused the attack in Benghazi, when she already knew, and there were emails to prove that it had nothing to do with it. She sets up her own private email server totally against what's accepted, acknowledged, and approved, just so she could cherry pick the emails that she would turn over for public disclosure. The whole thing absolutely drives me crazy, and it's all being swept away, and all the hype and the hoopla that she's the first woman. It drives me crazy that people are going to get sucked into this again, and they're not going to pay attention to what she really has and has not done in her long public life.
I would like to have you not beat around the bush and
I
tell
know.
us how you really
That's
feel.
how I really feel about it.
Well, yeah, I guess there's some things going on there but it goes back to the old thing that I said before. You've got now 2 bowls of dog poop.
Yep,
and
steaming bowls.
Steaming. But they look alike, right?
They
They're
do.
identical bowls of dog poop. Then you realize that it's all from the same dog.
That's right. All comes from the same dog.
There you go. They were talking about all the background folks, lobbyists, lawyers. Are you done?
I am now.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Well, you took that pen and you wiped it right out.
That is what I do.
Okay.
That's how we know I'm done.
All right. Well, we're going to do a little plugging. I've got to hump my books. What? Well, not literally. God.
We have medication for that now.
Yeah. Well, if I come in next week with that, with a bit of it, you'll know
Oh, Lord.
I'll be up for the show.
Promote your books, please.
It's 11 minutes before the hour before getting out of here on bringing on bigger on Barnhart.
See, he's on it. You just can't get it out of your
Well,
head,
I
can
can't. I've got behind me, you'll see, or in front of me, or somewhere.
Somewhere.
You're going to see my 4 books. I wrote 4 novels, and other people promote their stuff, and I was told to do it.
I think you should.
And so there's 4 books are written in a adult themes with humor.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and with humor. They're self-published, so you'll get them, some kind of thing. And I hope you read them, and you can get them cheaper on Amazon. I've got to tell you that. You'll get it cheaper there. And if you go to my website, donlewisbarnhart.com, you'll get a synopsis of all 4 of them, and I will sign them for you.
Okay, well, what I'm going to tell you is this lovely man gifted me with a set of all 4 books for my light summer reading.
How many did you read so
So
far?
as I complete each book, I will notify this wonderful man next to me, and I will give our viewers and listeners a synopsis of each of the books
I'll
from
go
the
on with you.
reader's point of view.
Oh, that's going to be...
Surprise!
You're going to take me over the hurdles, aren't you?
I didn't even tell him I was going to do that.
No, you
so,
didn't. No, you
So
didn't.
there.
So you'll skim and you'll report.
No, I will read and I will report.
Well, we're our contract is what, for another 6 months or so?
Oh, I'll be done with those books long
you're
before
lucky.
then.
If I'm lucky.
We are
you
lucky.
can rip up the contract, eh? Well, I mean, you're going to get them done before then, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, now you got something.
Okay, I do. Near and dear to my heart, I am actually a member of a group, Media Guilds International, and with the Vegas voice actors affiliated with Media Guilds International and headed up by the one and only Betty Lugaris. They are now broadcasting from this very studio at this very station, and they broadcast every other Monday. So they had their inaugural show this past Monday, the 6th of June, and it's my understanding that they will be broadcast every other Monday from that point forward. I had a lot of fun on Monday evening with them, and I'm glad to be back with them again. So that's another show that you can enjoy from this lovely new station called WWDB. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
And our favorite charity is Forgotten Friends. They have their weekly adoption event. It is Saturday, the 11th of June from noon until 4 at the PetSmart location at Rainbow and the 215. They are a no-kill shelter. They are based in Pahrump, and they do wonderful work. So if you are looking to expand your family and you are looking for the love of your life, please go to one of their adoption events. Again, this Saturday you can go 12 to noon, Rainbow and the 215, find the love of your life, and give it a home.
Good. Good.
So there.
They're doing a wonderful job.
Yes.
I never was a real good animal lover. I mean, I was always used to being, married or whatever, single, no animals, no. I got hooked up into Jack, my dog, and now I love him dearly. And he got sick the other couple of days. He, tossed his cookies.
I know you worry about that.
Yeah, and I had him
know
at
you
the
do.
vet yesterday, and $237 later.
Oh, I can top that. When my dog got sick last month before, over $1,000 in
Yikes.
tests and stuff. It was just...
Anyway, we have. If you want to comment on this mishmash, you can by going. This is a new address. Facebook.com/. Right? Did I do that right? Facebook.com/ Bring It On Barnhart, and that will get you to comment like "Get off the air, Barnhart." Keep her, because she's the star. Go.
Okay, we want to know where you are tagging us from, because this is a worldwide broadcast, and what you like about the show or what you think we might want to change. So we would like for you to do that for us, please.
That's
And
it.
I
I heard John sneeze. Or
God
cough.
bless you.
Are you all right? You okay? How much time do we have? A minute 30. Oh, about 30. Oh,
see,
shoot.
we're at 30 again.
Here's a meme. I learned how to say that. One should always keep their words soft and tender, because someday you may have to eat them.
Aha!
Y'all have yourself a wonderful day, everybody.
Y'all have yourself a wonderful day, everybody.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.